All right, so we're going to start using our magic circle today. All right, so we're going to take it between the legs. Might as well start with the harder stuff. Okay, so remember the ring symbolizes our core. So when we're pressing into the ring, we're always pressing into that belly, in and up. So we take our hands to our hips. My heels are turned in, my toes are turned out. And we're going to releve. Up and down. Up and down. And we scoop and lower. Lift and lower. Take your time. All 10 toes are pressing into that mat. The ring is staying tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight to one side. When you feel like you have balance, take those toes off the mat. Don't lean. Stay tall. We're going to press in. We're going to go 3, 2, 1. Out a little. Pull it in deeper, and out. We go in, release. One more slow. 1, 2, 3. Now single. Zip it up. 8. Release. And 7. And when I say release, it's just a little teeny tiny out. Not a lot. We go 4. Inner thighs, glutes, and core. And 2. And 1. Step on it. Stay nice and tall. Shift the weight to the other side. So it doesn't mean to lean. Just shift. I know. Balance. And we'll go in further, out a little. 1, 2, 3. So if you go out too much and you release that ring too much, it will fall, right? I know. One more. 1, 2, 3. Single time. 8, 7. Are we pulling that belly in deeper with each press? And 5. Here's 4. Good. Here's 3. 2 more. 2. And 1. Reach those arms up on an inhale. On an exhale, peel that spine off that wall. Now I'm going to take my hands inside that ring. If you need to, bend your knees to get there. Let it come out of the legs. It's staying between my hands. Keep pressure on that ring and bring it all the way up. Good. And side stretch to one side, and then back to center. And then up and over to the other side. Let's add the breath. Inhale as we stretch. Exhale, and 1 more. Inhale as we stretch. And exhale to round it back down again. And I want you to turn your ring now. So one pad is on the floor, and one pad has the hands resting on it. My head is heavy. My shoulders are mounted. Inhale, nothing. Exhale, press gently into the ring. Inhale, release the ring. Exhale. So remember, as I press into my ring, I press my navel further towards spine. Exhale, I press. Inhale, I'm staying rounded in my spine for 4. Legs are straight. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Grab onto each pad with each hand. Fingertips are reaching long. Initiate coming up from your core, and then the tail is going to press down towards your heels. Bend those knees and reach the ring forward. Inhale. Bend the elbows. Exhale to come in. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Knees are tracking over those toes, and the weight is back on your heels, not on those toes. I press my ring gently. I pull my navel in gently. And 3, and 2, and 1. Take it all the way down to your mat. And we're going to be on our knees, so if you need extra cushioning for your knees, grab it. You can roll up your mat if you'd like. So I'm going to put the ring into my right hand. Now I'm going to reach it towards the top edge of my mat. I'm going to line up my opposite shoulder with that wrist, and I'm going to have my hips over my knees. So if my right hand has the ring, I'm going to reach that left leg back. Now make sure the hip didn't go with you. We're keeping those hips in a straight line. So we're going to lift and lower that leg. And if I lift my leg, I'm going to press into my ring and then release it. And 2. I'm going to exhale on the lift. 3. Inhale on the lower. Crown of the head is reaching long. We go 4 and 3. Feel the glutes lifting. 2. Now hold it up here. I'm going to draw my knee to my nose and press back out to that ring. And I bring it in and I press it out. I'm going to exhale, inhale out. And press. And we go 3 and lengthen. 2. Last one. Good, and bring that knee in. Release the ring, stretch back into a child's pose. Take the arms behind you, make cups with your hands just to give those wrists a little release. And we're going to come back up and place that ring into our left hand. And it reaches in front of us towards the top of our mat. Square off the hips, crown of head is long. So the left hand has the ring, right leg slides back. Hips are square, squeeze a little bit into those armpits. And here we go. We press into the ring to lift the leg, and then we lower. I'm going to exhale to lift, inhale to lower. So you want to fire the glutes as you're lifting that leg up, making a fist with those muscles. The core is supporting the balance. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. 2. And now hold this one up. I'm going to draw my knee in. And then press out. Exhale. Inhale. Now, if by some chance you don't have a ring, you can use a play ball, or you would simply just have 2 hands on your mat. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. And 2. Last one. And 1. Lower that knee. Release the ring. Stretch back in that child's pose. If you want to release those wrists, palms go behind you and curl the fingertips towards the wrist. Nicely done. Okay, onto your seat. Center yourself on that mat. So I want you to reach the ring all the way towards where your feet are. Now we want to keep the ring a circle. So if I say to put your feet on top, your ankles on top, I want the ring to all of a sudden go down to an oval. So we're going to take one leg on top. You may need to adjust once you lay down. Add the other leg, and then we're just going to lower it down with control. I'm in my Pilates stance. I'm going to reach my arms behind me. So right now, forget about the legs, okay? They can be just resting on that ring, but not for much longer. Bring the arms around. And if you lift your head normally off your mat, you're going to draw your chin to your chest and eyes to your navel. Now make that ring a circle. Reach those arms, scoop that belly, and start to pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Loose feet, tight seat. 20. Don't get caught with those shoulders resting on your mat. 30. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the lips. 40. Inhale, exhale. 50. Where's your lower back? Breathe. 60. Inhale. Exhale. 70. Come on, curl up and over that top rib. 80. We're so close. Is your ring still a circle? It's okay if it's not. Mine might not be. And we stretch back. Let those legs just rest. I'm going to let my rib cage arch. And I'll circle my arms back around. Okay, so I'm going to take my feet on the bottom pad. I don't expect my ring to stay straight up and down. In fact, it's probably going to fall. But I'm going to need to grab onto my ring if we want to keep the flow. So my feet are laying on that ring. I'm going to reach my arms up. Shoulders are heavy. Draw the chin to your chest. Hold it right here. And then bring it back down. Try that again. Nod the chin to your chest. Exhale. Bring it back down. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Taking your time. You never have to lift your head, so I can just reach my arms and breathe if that's better for me. Yeah? And in this one, we're going to come all the way up. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. Now grab onto that ring. Just keep reaching forward. Yes, good job. All right. I love the facial expressions when we come up. Okay, so take that ring. Let's put it into our hands, okay? And we're We're gonna be in a Pilates V. And I want you to tuck your chin to your chest, push your belly button back, and then continue coming back, melting your spine onto your mat. And we give a little tension to my ring that helps support my abdominals. So let's try not to use momentum. Let's draw that chin to our chest. Inhale, find that lower back. Exhale, up and over. So you should be gazing to your navel. Keep yourself inside this canister and bring it back. So I'm not going to poke my head up. I'm going to stay inside the tunnel, inside the canister. Relax those shoulders. I feel the tension in the room. Try that again. I guess the people who laugh are the ones who are doing it, maybe. Exhale. Look at your navel. Bring it back. Inhale. 2. Exhale. Now, if you're having trouble coming up and you have to use momentum or you're rolling onto your side, don't go all the way back, right? Only go as far back as you know you can come back up. In each class we do, our body's going to be a little different. So don't over-expect what the body can do today. Okay, so now I'm going to turn that ring again. I'm going to put it by my feet. Then I'm going to have one ring. I'll put my left foot going through the ring underneath. And my other ring, my other leg, will rest on top. Okay? I'm going to stay lifted for a second. So I want you to get the chest open, shoulders rolled down the back. I want you to press into the ring and release. Into the ring and release. The first thing I'm going to cue is the powerhouse. So again, when you press on that ring, and don't press too much. Don't press too much. As soon as I start to push down, my belly's saying bam. Yeah? And the back of my leg is also working, and so are my glutes. And 2. And 1. Now take that foot inside. And we're going to start to come back. I want you to bring those legs up. Keep tension on the ring. We're going to lower for 2 and lift for 2. Lower for 2. Lift for 2. Keep that back heavy. You don't have to go very low at all, do we? 1 more. And rock yourself back up. And that's switch legs. Okay, so one leg rests on the bottom pad. That's my right leg. My left leg will reach on the top pad. Open up the chest, melt those shoulders down. And we press into the ring. 1. First thing we feel is the core. Don't make that leg dead weight on that ring. I want it to become an oval because I'm pushing on it, not because my leg is dead weight on it. Feel the belly first, back of the leg, glutes. And I go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the top knee and take it through that ring so I got both inside the ring. Hands to your side, roll it back, keep it tight, and we're going to go down for 2, up for 2. So you have to keep both pads being pressed against. Don't let that lower back lift off that mat. Keep pressing in both directions on that ring. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, and then rock yourself back up. Reach onto that top pad and lengthen it long. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to take my left foot out completely. I'm going to bend my right knee and put my right toes on the pad. So I got one pad with both of my hands, another pad has my right foot. Okay? I'm going to straighten that leg up. My arms are going to lengthen too. I'm going to tuck my tail. I'm going to start to come back with control. Tuck that tail. That's right, you can do that. And then I'm going to draw my chin to my chest and bring myself back up. It's not as smooth, I know, I don't do that very well either, but it's okay, we're working on it. Tuck that tail. As I'm coming down, I'm reaching that leg. Now, if you don't have a ring, another thing you can use right now for this part would be a band. And then eyes to belly. Inhale to exhale. Let's just do 1 more. The opposite leg is going to reach long and strong into that mat. And I'm going to hold this stretch here. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Try to push up against that ring. Now, if it feels better to your lower back, you can bend the left knee. See what that does? It kind of makes your lower back go heavier. So it's your preference, okay? All right, so keep the leg up, take the ring off the foot, and place one pad with each hand and melt the shoulders into the mat. There's no strain to the neck. I'm going to turn that right kneecap away from me, tie down my hips, and a circle counterclockwise. We're going to go around, zip up, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Now there's no rule that says I have to take my leg all the way down. If that feels better staying up here, if you've got more control, then you stay up here. Go a little slower. 1 more. Pause. Now let's reverse it. Now both sitting bones should be just lying on that mat. They shouldn't dance around. Press into your ring to come up if you'd like on the exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Now hook those toes, the right toes, with that one pad. Now my right toes are on the pad, just my right hand is on my pad. And then take the left arm out like a T with your palm facing down. So both legs should be straight. I'm going to slowly take my right leg out to the right. My left hip, my pelvis cannot go with me. Now I'm pressing into that ring, lengthening that leg as far as I can get it. Bring it back up. Put the left hand on the ring and the right arm onto the side. Look away from the ring as we drop that leg across the opposite direction. And again, if you don't have a ring, you would use a band behind your foot. And then bring it back up. 2 hands on, eyes to belly, and bring yourself back up. Now hold that ring off your toes. Lower the leg slowly. Pull it back up to the ring and tap it. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, sit tall. Hook your opposite toes onto that pad. So it's my left toes now. My right leg is going to stay long, and I'm going to lift this left leg. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Eyes to the belly, tuck the booty, and we'll lie back again. Melting that spine down. Up. Inhale, eyes to belly. Exhale, back up. Where are those shoulders? And again, chin to chest. Reach both legs long. And then 1 more. Eyes to belly. Inhale. To exhale. We'll stay down on this one. There we go. Inhale. To exhale. Get that nice little stretch going on that hamstring. If you want, you can bend the right knee, but relax the shoulders, relax the neck. All right, so I'm going to keep my toes where they are. Take that ring, 1 pad into each hand. Fingers reach long, shoulders heavy. That kneecap is turned away. Now let's go clockwise. Around to come 1. Inhale to come up 2. Nothing else goes with me. 3. So maybe you have to make your circle smaller. 4. And 5. Let's reverse it. Away to come up. I like to press my ring on the up on the exhale. Inhale, exhale, 3. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, 2. And inhale, exhale, 1. Hook those toes again. I'm going to keep my left hand on one of the pads, and my right arm goes out like a T, and both legs should be straight. So I'm going to put that bowling ball on my right hip and let my left leg stretch out to the side. Keep the core engaged. It's always engaged, in and up. Press that leg straighter, push it into that ring. Use your core, bring it back up. Other hand. And I'm going to look away from my leg that's moving. So my left leg is going to the right, I'm looking to my left. Push into that ring. Yeah. Woohoo! Good morning, body. And bring it back up. 2 hands on the pad. Eyes to belly. Inhale. And exhale. Come up. Now, hold it right here. So I'm not here, right? I'm slightly back. I'm still in that rounded tuck position, right? Let the ring just hover on top of that foot. And we're going to drop that leg down and lift up 1. Shoulders in those back pockets. Use your breath. 3 more. 2 and 1, and sit up tall. Okay, put up the ring to the side, and let's bend our knees. I'm going to scoot my boot towards my heels. I'm going to wrap my hands around my shins. Now, there's a lot of different variations we can do. This is rolling like a ball. If you have a back issue, I would never roll. I would just hold this, okay? So this is our traditional way, wrapped around in a bracelet hold, right? I'm going to pull my feet towards my seat. I'm going to balance. Now, if you want to challenge yourself further, I'm not going to do this today, but I'll throw it out there to you. If you want to bend your elbows and keep your elbows against your thighs, and you rock back and up, keeping your elbows against your thighs. That's another variation you can do, okay? All right, so we're going to balance. We are not collapsing the rib cage. It's still lifted, but my chin is to my chest, and I'm pushing my navel back. Now, if you go too fast, yeah, you're going to for sure come up, but you're not going to come up correctly. So we want to just tip back, and then we roll to the base of the shoulder blade, and then rock yourself up. I don't do a really pretty rolling like a ball, but I attempt it, right? Because I have a very tight lower back. Pilates has helped me tremendously. I still have a long way to go. So it's not very pretty yet, but we're getting there. So think of butt up, butt down. Never take your eyes off your belly button, otherwise you're throwing your head back. 1 more. Inhale to exhale, and place your feet back down. And I'm going to scoot back to the center of my mat again. Okay. Place the pad, 1 pad, behind all 10 toes. And I really want you to use this to help you sit super tall. So think of being up against a wall right now, and the back of your head's against that wall, and the shoulders, the whole spine, okay? I want you to point your toes, so that's going to pull me forward just a little bit. I want you to point your toes. Then I want you to flex where you feel that stretch all the way up your calf. Point, inhale. Exhale, flex. And again, pull it forward, push it back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And keep your feet flexed. Can you maintain this really tall spine? But grab your ring and put it into your hands. Yeah? You're going to sit nice and tall. I'm going to press into that ring. 1, and release. 2. So again, I press into the ring just a tiny bit. I feel that belly really engaged. And it's not just pushing it in the belly, it's in and up. And I'm going to go 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1. Reach those arms long. Slide your right knee towards you. I'm going to push through that foot, and I'm going to start to come back. Now, I'm going to take that right foot off the mat, draw that knee a little closer, and start to come back. And as I'm coming back, my left leg is going to lift up, and my chin is to my chest, or my head can be down. This is single leg stretch. I'm going to press into the ring every time my knee comes in. Now, what else you can do with this ring is make it a hammock for your neck. So you can put one of the pads behind your head and do this as well. Yeah. Let's breathe. And inhale, and shh, and inhale, and shh. I feel those armpit muscles working, so I'm pressing into my ring. 1 more, inhale, exhale, and release. If you're feeling strain to your neck, shake it no, and bring it back to the center. Press that ring on your shins so the arms can be extremely long, okay? Fingers are reaching long as well. You can keep your head down, or I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and curl up into the base of my shoulder blade is left. Double leg stretch, everything reaches away. I'm in a Pilates V, 2, 3, back to parallel. Now notice when I reach my arms back, I don't drop my shoulders down. I try to stay lifted, I'm grabbing those thighs. And again, loose feet, tight seat right here. Inhale, hold, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, hold, 2, 3, exhale. If you want, keep the arms back there, draw the knees in. Inhale, out, 2, 3. One more, we like variations. Lower the head and shake it no if you feel straight. Not bad at all. Okay, so elbows are bent, ring is over your chest. Frog your legs, so my heels are kissing, my toes are turned out. I'm going to press everything straight up to the ceiling, and as I'm doing that, my belly is going deeper, and I'm going to release. Okay? Press back up, get all the air out, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. Take your time. You are zipping and unzipping a coat with those heels. Zip it up, straight up, come back down. Now on this one, if you want, you can add height to belly. Hold the ring still. Take the right leg, the right shin, tap the ring. 1, 2, switch, tap it, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Remember, you can use your ring as a hammock. You can also keep your head down and no ring at all, so play with it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more set. Inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, let's work some outer thighs. So grab that ring in your hands and take your feet through the ring and press the outer shin into the pads. Okay? Zip those legs up. Now, if you have a back issue, I would like you to take your hands underneath your seat. Okay, that gives you a little protection for that lower back. If you're okay, you can take your hands behind your head and nod the chin to your chest until the shoulders are at the base of the shoulder blade. We're going to take these legs and lower them for 3. Inhale, 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 exhale. Now, how low should your low be? Well, if your lower back leaves that mat, that's too low, Joe. Exhale, press against that ring. Lengthen those legs. They're like beams of steel. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Last one. These are not easy. And bend those knees. Keep the ring how it is. And just take your hands to your shins. Relax those shoulders. Relax that neck. Okay, we're going to go into crisscross with our ring still like this. So take that ring out so your legs are in a tabletop. If that feels straining to your back, your knees should come closer in. See how that makes your back heavier? Hand over hand behind the head. Elbows are out wide. Inhale for nothing, and exhale, curl up. So I'm in my little tabletop. I'm going to take my left elbow, and I'm going to draw my right thigh towards that elbow, and press back out to a tabletop as I straighten out my spine. Then my right elbow comes towards my left moves towards my right, and I press back out. And try to keep those arms in a straight line. Don't hug the head. Harder, you can push those legs all the way out. Oh my. Exhale. One more each side. Last one. And release. Grab onto that ring. Place your feet on the floor. Take that ring and just drop it over the legs. Again, if you don't have a ring, if you have a loop band, the loop band can do the same thing. Or you can just do this movement without anything to press into. Okay? I'm going to press into the pads, so I'm pushing outward, and then I release. Press against the pads, and then release. Don't forget the core. I'm engaging it, release it. And I go 4. It's just a gentle push against the ring. It's not going to really move much. 2 more. Here's 2. Last one. And here is 1. Good. Draw those knees in. Grab back onto your ring. And bring those legs straight up. My ring is over my chest. I'm going to take my legs as wide as my mat. As I push my ring up slowly, my core is going to go deep. And I'm going to rock myself to a seated position. turn your ring. So one pad's on your mat, and the hands rest, one hand over the other, on top of the other ring, or another pad. My feet are flexed, my legs are straight. Now I want you to feel like you're almost sitting on thumbtacks. We're going to inhale up. On the exhale, draw your chin to your chest. And my ring is going to kind of go to a diagonal as I slide my arms forward. Now, I'm only peeling to my mid-back. My lower back is still holding up to the wall. Now, inhale from your core and your glutes, peel back up. And then the exhale, I start all over, peeling off that wall. So as my arms are reaching forward, my belly button is pushing back. Inhale up. The glutes have to be involved here in stacking my spine. And I exhale. I'm going to stay forward. And from my armpit muscles, we're going to press the ring. And then release. Now remember, these rings can be really pressed in far, but not supposed to be. Right? So really just an inch is all I'm asking for. And that's all you need to engage those back muscles and engage that core. 3 more. We go 3. And we go 2. And we go 1. And now I'm going to stack my spine. Point the toes. And C-curve back. That ring is going with me, isn't it? Now keep the hands on that ring. Bring it straight up. Flex your feet. And then do another spine stretch forward. Inhale up. Exhale, C-curve. I'm still pushing into that ring. My arms are long, strong. Inhale up, flex those feet. Exhale, round. Inhale here. Exhale here. Now pause. Bend one knee in at a time. Rest your feet on the pad. Aha. Pull the feet more towards you. Very carefully. You can stay just like this. Or I'm going to zip up my legs and my arms are going to go with me. Now bend the knees and don't move anything else but your legs. So don't shift around in your back. Now try that again. If I slowly straighten my legs, and again, you can use a band. You can use a band right here. Or your hands would just hold on to either behind your thighs or the outside ankles. And I'm scooping, and I'm going to hold this one right here, all the way up. Yep, hold it up there. Now, if you want, you can try to do closed leg rocker. And again, sometimes rocking doesn't go well for me either. It's okay. We still try it. So we'll rock back, base of our shoulder blade, and then we come up and we look over the fence. Ah! Yep. But don't be like, okay, I'm going to go super fast, so I'm guaranteed to come back up. That's not the exercise. Control. Take your time. And maybe you don't come up sometimes. That's okay. I still have fun with it. Inhale back, because when you do it right, you're like, yes, yes. Okay. Bend those knees. My ring is one pad on the ground. Take your feet, press them back out, slowly come back up. From here, sit tall. Press into the ring. 1, 2, 2 more, 3, and 4. Now, I'm going to just stretch my spine forward. Don't worry about the lower back. Just stretch it forward. Let that ring fall down. Turn it. Press the sides of the feet a little bit into that ring. And then bring your spine back up. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And open up those arms. Flex those feet. Now, twist towards your screen. Inhale. Exhale, soft your baby toe, look at your back hand. Now the opposite hip should be pushing down. Now from your core, lift up on the inhale, twist other side, exhale. Inhale, up, twist, look at your back hand, scoop that belly. So grow tall here, grow tall, shoulders mounted. Now I keep a long spine, I just add a scoop of that belly. That was my last one. Inhale up, exhale, lower the arms. Now take the legs a little wider. Now if that's not for your hips, don't do it, okay? I'm going to try to sit really tall on top of my sitting bones. Hand over hand behind the head. Feel like you're gently pressing in those fingertips to make sure that your neck is in line with your spine, okay? So we're gonna rotate towards our screen. Yep. Now you're gonna take the elbow that's furthest from your screen, and you're just gonna slide it down. Come back up, and then center. And then twist away from your screen. Now the elbow closest to your screen is gonna slide down, doesn't have to go far. Bring it back up and center. And we're gonna rotate, the elbow furthest away from me is gonna slide down. Doesn't that feel good? I shouldn't ask that, I guess. Rotate, slide down, bring it back up, back to center, and release. Okay, let's do some swans. So change the scenery, it's face other side. All right, so the first time we're in extension here. Doesn't that feel wonderful? We made it. I know. Okay, so shoulder issues, because look, this ring is that high off the floor, okay? So if you have a shoulder issue, you're not going to use your ring, and you're going to put your hands here, and you'll do our traditional swan this way, okay? Otherwise, my arms are lengthened. I got one pad on the floor, other pad is up to the ceiling, and my arm is like a diver, hand over hand, okay? Now you're going to choose again how much you lift. I'm going to gently press into the ring, squeeze my glutes. My neck must stay in line with my spine. That's an inhale. And then this is an exhale. And again. Inhale. Exhale. Pay close attention. Inhale. Now on the exhale, just hover your mat. Stay, stay, stay. Now my hand closest to my screen is going to go 1, back around. Do it again. 2, same arm. 1 more, 3, 2 arms on, and release. Swan 3 times. Inhale, exhale. You've got to fire those glutes coming up. Melt those shoulders towards your heels. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, hover, stay long. Now my hand away from my screen is going to go 1, back out, and again, 2. Last 1, 3, and release. Release that ring, and then slowly stretch back into a child's pose. Don't move too fast. Nicely done. Woo! All right, so I'm going to come into a forearm plank. So let's grab our rings, or grab your ball, your play ball. You're going to press into the sides of whatever it is you have. Now, modified plank, I walk my knees back and stay on my knees, right? My hips are not up here. Next level, flex those feet and take the knees off. Tuck your tail and put some pressure on that ring as to remind your belly to fire a little bit here. And hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower your thighs to your hips. Flatten your feet. I'm pushing off my mat with my forearms to get me more into extension. Legs are glued together, but we're going to be doing single leg kicks. Okay, so here we go. Back foot, we go 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. When I kick my leg, I press into my ring. Press, 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 press. You got it. Last one. And release. Okay, so take that ring off to the side. Try the pillow with 2 hands. Now I want you to remove the right hand. I'm going to cue right and left. Right hand comes off, bend your right knee. And reach that right arm behind you. And pull that foot towards your glute. Right. Now I'm also going to add on to this if you want. You can stay just like this. Or I'm going to glue that left arm, that left hand to my forehead, and I'm going to lift it up and then come down. So I'm going to lift up and then come down. 2 more. You don't have to lift at all. And 1 more. And release the foot. Okay. That's
So
you
bad.
guys make me laugh. Okay, so the right hand's on the mat.
Keep that quad.
Forehead rest on top. Pull the foot towards the glute. Feel the foot resisting, pressing into your hand. You can stay just like this, or with your forehead glued to that right hand, I'm going to lift my hand up and release. I inhale as I come up. I exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release that foot. And let's do another child's pose back. Scoop that belly and round that back. Okay, so grab onto your ring or your ball. Even if you have a towel you can hold on to. We're going to do 5 stretch. We're not going to go back as far as we would if we were doing it on reformer, but this is still going to be a nice little stretch. So right now I got my legs a fist width apart, okay, which means my feet are as well. And I want everything in the back of your body to feel like it's pushing forward. I don't want you going like this, but I want this to be engaged. This has to be engaged, okay? Reach that ring out, heel the hand on, fingers reaching long. Now keep looking right through that ring. We're going to dig our knees into that mat. We're going to come back as one unit, and then come back up. I'm going to press into my ring as I'm coming back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flow back. Exhale, lift. Can you give me 2 more? Keep those hips pushing forward. Glutes and hamstrings and core are firing. Good. And 1 more. We got this. Keep that bum tucked forward. Push it forward. That's it. And release. Give me another child's pose because we like that. Right. Right. And that's good. That's okay.
Do this one.
Okay, let's do a scenery change of our room. I'm just going to flip. Now we're going to do some bridges, and we're going to work the adductors, inner thighs. Okay? Like a little pressure on here so my knees can straighten out. My hands are behind my thighs. I'm just going to press into that ring to give me some support as I lower down. Okay. So make sure your knees and toes are facing forward, and your arms are close to your rib cage, and try not to, I call this piano playing, how your fingertips are on, your heels aren't. So you want to have the palms flat as much as you can, okay? So there's a glass of water on your pelvis. You're going to dump it onto your navel. That made my tail come lighter, and I'm going to start to articulate my spine, peeling it up off that mat. And as my hips come up, my shoulders push down, my glutes are firing. And I'm going to articulate down. Control it. I'm going to press into my ring. And exhale. All right, tuck that tail again. Inhale, lift up, 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 up. The belly's pulling in and up. Sit bones are wrapping. And then exhale down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now do me a favor. On the way down this time, think of lengthening your fingertips an inch longer, trying to touch your heels. Okay, and that's going to give you some nice length here in your neck. So it's tuck that tail. We're going to inhale up. Now as I'm exhaling, feel those fingertips getting closer to your heels. Can you feel that nice release in those traps in the neck? I did. Tuck that tail. Inhale up. I'm pushing through the back of my body. And then exhale down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now grab onto that ring and bring it up over your chest. Now don't get caught with your shoulders in the air. Legs are closer together now, 1 fist width apart. Same thing, articulate your spine. Inhale up, but stay here as you exhale all the air out. So we're going to do little marches here. I'm going to take my right leg up to a tabletop for 2, and then down. Left leg up for 2. Now when I'm going to press into my ring is when I'm lifting my leg and lower. And exhale. Inhale. Now make sure those hips aren't falling down. 1 more. Inhale, and on the exhale, lower your spine down. So a little gentle pressure on that. Good. Draw those knees in and rock yourself up, straight legs. Pull the ring towards your chest. So let's get in that position again. Press out. Inhale. On the exhale, feel like you're drawing the chest through the ring. Inhale, but keep that same position. Just in case you lost it, feel that chest going through the ring again. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Now, inhale, hold center. Exhale, rotate towards your screen. And just a little bit gentle pressure. Inhale, grow taller as I exhale away from my screen. Inhale, 2, exhale, exhale. One more each direction. Can you spiral even taller? Don't unspiral that spine as you come back home. You want to keep it nice and tall. And release. No jackknife again today. Come on to your side. Okay, so we can let's lay towards the top of our mat. I want you to take your bottom leg on top of one of the pads, and we're going to line ourselves up on top of our mat. And then the other leg is going to come on top, so I have to keep pressure on both sides. I'm going to lay straight on my arm. Now, my free hand is important because I'm going to be pushing that into my mat in opposition of my legs lifting up. Okay? So I got my hips stacked, my shoulders stacked, my neck is nice and long. My bottom rib cage is light, it's not like this. Okay? Push down the free hand into the mat. We lift up for 2, and then down for 2. And inhale down. Relax that shoulder. Make sure it's not going to those ears. And we lift up for 2, down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Now what we're going to do here, the reason why I have the top of your mat, is we're going to roll onto our back. Arms go behind. And we're going to do a V up. And then reach it away. Lift up. And down. Oh boy. So I'm just lifting my head and chest. Don't think of a teaser. V. Bring it up. One more. And then we're going to hover and roll it back onto our side. That wasn't so bad. Bend your knees. Remove the ring. Now take your bottom arm and wrap it around your ribcage. Take your free hand by your elbow. Okay? Make sure you're on your side. Tricep push up. Push it up. 1. Come down gently. 2. Exhale, 3. Inhale down. Exhale, 4. Here's 5. Work the back of that upper arm. And exhale up, inhale down. 2 more, and the last one will stay up, which is this one right here. Wasn't that fun? It sure was. Okay, grab onto that ring and swing the legs around. So we're going to start again at the top of our mat. So when we lay on our backs, we're not on the ground, we're on our mat. Okay? So again, about 2 feet inside the ring. So my bottom foot is on the bottom pad. I come inside, so both legs are inside. Okay? We lie flat on that side and watch our time. Woo! Time flies, we're having fun. Okay, are we ready? So hips are stacked, bottom rib cage is light, my free hand pushes into the mat. Ready? Exhale, 1. It slows, 2 counts. Up for 2, down for 2. And we go 6, and exhale, 5. Can you feel everything along this side of your body working? Yep. Okay. And 6. Exhale. 1 more. Now you ready? We're going to roll onto our backs. And lift up. And take it to a V. And lift up. Exhale. Even now, how low should those legs go? Same thing as double straight leg lower lift. If you lower and your back arches off that mat, that's too low. You're going to strain it. Breathe. 4, don't drag that head. And here's 3, 2 more. Here's 2, 1. Back onto your side. Then bend those knees and remove your ring. Tricep push up. So the arm you're laying on wraps around that rib cage. Hips are stacked. Knees are stacked. Okay, so my hands on my elbow. Here we go. Push up 1. Don't get caught rolling that shoulder all around to press. Are you breathing? Are you holding your breath and having a red face? Look straight ahead. Keep that neck in line with your spine. Gorgeous. 4 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And come all the way up. Whew. Tabletop, hands and knees. You guys look at me like, now what are you going to make me do? I love it. This is a nice one. This is like a cat-cow. I want you to keep your back level and the back of your head pressing straight as well. So everything's in a straight line in the back. I want you just to take your sitting bones and slide them up the wall. I'm not going to drop my back, right? It's just going to move from the tail. You're actually moving from your pelvis. And then slide them down the wall. Feel the lower belly muscle go bam. And then slide them up the wall. Relax the neck. Exhale, slide it down the wall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now take one leg back. Going into leg pull front. Other leg comes back. Okay? I'm going to lift my leg closest to my screen. My opposite foot's going to go back, back, put that leg down. Other leg lifts up and pulse. I got 2 beams of steel for legs. Up, pulse the heel twice, back down. Up, pulse, pulse, return. And pulse, pulse, return. Last one, pulse, pulse, return to your knees. Sit back and let's release those wrists. You can take my hands behind and make cups. Woo. Okay, let's do leg pull back. We always take that one out because it's hard. It's hard, right? It's not easy on our wrists, right? So here's some options. Ideal positioning. Ideal positioning, fingertips face you, okay? But that's a lot of flexion in the wrist, okay? So if you would like, you can take the fingertips and point them away from each other. But that's going to change what your shoulders are doing, so be careful, okay? All right, so we're at Pilates stance. Before you lift up your hips, I want you to roll those shoulders back and lift the chest nice and proud. Now think of doing a bridge, tucking your tail and lifting up. And then come back down. Now if you don't want to lift, even just rolling those shoulders back is going to open up the chest. You won't get the hips involved in that. Now try to focus more on your toes, okay, when you're lifting. I can still see my toes, so I don't want you to be here. And bring it back down. And we're going to do just one more. Shoulders back, scoop, lift, come back home, and let's just draw the arms forward. Woo! Okay, grab onto your rings. Now there's 2 different ways we can do this. Well, actually 3, okay? I'm going to do Mermaid today like we do it on the chair with our legs straight, okay? You can also sit in a diamond, and that brings you up taller. And if that doesn't help, but this does, then sit this way. So there's 3 different options you can do this, all right? If you don't have a ring, you're going to grab a ball. So face your screen. Let's take the ring to one side, heel of my hand on, and the other arm comes up. So as you brought this arm up, your spine should hang with you, okay? So we're going to do a side stretch. I'm just gently pressing into that ring, and I bring it straight back up. Inhale over. Exhale up. My feet are flexed. My legs are straight. Inhaling. Exhaling. And one more for 4. Now hold it here, and on the exhale, rotate so you can touch them. And retrace your steps, arm over your head, look at your screen, and bring yourself up. Okay, other side. So again, you don't be sitting, back. You'll be sitting on top of your sitting bones, okay? Flex feet, just like in spine twist. As I bring that arm up, my spine goes up. I inhale to exhale. And inhale to exhale. Take your time. Up first. Inhale. Now try to maintain that up. And inhale. And I forgot to twist. So, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Reach for that ring. Retrace, look at your screen, and bring it back up, and release. Okay. Come back in one last time. I'm going to rotate your face into a quadruped position, hands and feet. Okay? Curl those toes under. Connect your heels. Okay? We're going to push up into a down dog. I want you to walk your hands. Try to only take 3 steps to come to your feet. 1, 2, 3. Peel yourself up. How are we doing time? Good. Okay? So we're going to inhale up. Exhale, peel. If you cannot touch the floor, soften your knees. Now let's see if we can go in 3 steps out. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to a side plank, option 1. Okay? Option 2, just stay in a plank. Okay? Option 3, side plank, drop the knee that's away from where you're twisting. So I'm going to twist towards my screen. Do a side plank. Okay. Come back down. Do the other side. Squeeze in those armpits. Come back in. Hike your seat up and walk those hands back. For 3, for 2, for 1, and slowly pull yourself up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Face your screen, feet nice and wide in second position. I want you to bend those knees and inhale up. Exhale down. Bend your knees on the sweep. Exhale down. 1 more. Stay tall. Let's lower those arms. Using the muscles of your feet, walk in, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, and you made it.
Thanks.
Woo, nice job.
Good class.
See you next time.
Oh.